my creative peeps, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you had a wonderful week. I'm going to be straight up honest with you and tell you I did no journaling this week at all. I have not really had time, and in the pockets of time that I've had, I have not been super inspired to do so, but that is not to say I did not have a creative week, so hence why you still have footage. This week I worked a lot on wrapping up the month and preparing for the new month, doing Patreon and the Take 5, and I thought that I would take you along with me to kind of show you what the end of the month craziness looks like a little bit for me. So one of the things that I do every month for my patrons is I create a calendar. This started out by me just creating a calendar so that they could see what I would be posting for them when, so when to expect things on Patreon. But I started doing a blank calendar a few months ago and they really enjoy that. So every month I try to step it up a little bit, and this month was no exception. So I thought I would take you through a little bit of the process of creating that calendar. I have also made this month's calendar available on Etsy, so if you would like to purchase a November calendar, you can do so over there. I know it's a little late as November has already started, but you know, if you were late on setting up your planner like I was, you may find that helpful. I also will be putting one in my journal when I finally do my November intro page, which I have not done yet either. So you'll probably see that next week. But anyway, what I did was I created a background with a bunch of watercolors on this watercolor paper and then let it dry overnight. These are some of the things on my desk the next day. So yeah, there's the little calendar there. I draw out the actual calendar part, and then I felt like this watercolor didn't quite look galaxy-ish enough, so I pulled out some of my Lindy's Stamp Gang sprays and added a little bit of shimmer. The sprays also naturally add splatter, which helps a lot in the galaxy effect, so it's like an easy cheat that I like to utilize. So I did that. And once I was done doing that, I set it aside to dry while I worked on the box calendar portion. Now I create all of the pieces by hand, and then I scan them using my printer onto my computer and take them over to my editing software to edit it there. I use PicMonkey actually. So yeah, I scanned the calendar portion and then I pulled it over to my computer, saved it, and pulled it into PicMonkey to edit it. Now, of course, because the month starts on Thursday and ends on a Friday, I had to take out the boxes in the beginning and in the end in order to do that. And then I saved that as a PNG or a layer so that I can scan the background image to put the calendar piece over. So, yeah, a little confusing, I know, but so here there's also lots of camera following, I think, in this. So anyway, once that layer was dry with all the glitter, I took a Posca paint pen and I drew a bunch of stars. Since it is my birthday month, I wanted to create a really cohesive galaxy theme across all of the things that I create for this month. So I have a kit coming soon in the Etsy shop. It's in the works right now. I have a new printed sticker pack that I will be adding, and I plan on making some journals. So it's going to be a very fun month. I'm also working on a custom journal for one of the creative peeps and one of my Patreon peeps. I'm slowly working through my custom list. I don't want to take on any more before the end of the year, because I still have 2 after this that I have promised. So if you're wondering about that, wait till next year to be updated on custom orders. But I am working on a custom story type journal, and I'm working in a B6 size, which is definitely a challenge for me when creating journals. I can work in one pretty easily as an art journal, but actually creating them, it is a bit of a challenge for me, which is fine. I enjoy challenges, but there's a lot that you have to, I don't know how to explain this. I feel restricted, I guess you could say, because I usually work big, but it's working, it's coming along. I'm having fun with that and should be done that in time for you guys to see that next week, or the week after. I think I already have all my content next week booked, but you might be able to be seeing it the week after. So yeah, that's kind of another thing that I worked on Monday. I really like jumping between projects. I get bored doing things. That's one of the reasons I think it takes me so long to edit these Creative Week videos. It takes me basically an entire day. Not only because editing takes at least 4 hours before it's all said and done to put together, but because I like to jump in between things. So anyway, on Tuesday, I worked on the Take 5 challenge for November. I created this little seed on a vintage envelope. So if you missed that, I will leave the challenge linked in a card up above. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, the Take 5 is a monthly challenge that I do with several other ladies. You take 5 prompts and you make some kind of art piece with them. So it's lots of fun. A lot of you creative peeps participate. So definitely check that out. They're just fun to watch anyway, but it's also a fun way to spark your creativity and get you going a little out of your comfort zone. So I was really digging my colored pencils that day and thought I would give you a little colored pencil porn to look at there, a little art supply, whatever. So there you go, there's that. Then I decided to play with some acetate and alcohol inks. I did do a little session first and forgot to press record, so I was just showing you what I made, and I decided to make some more. I will be actually adding some of these into the Patreon top tier rewards, the Happy Mail tier. So if you're in that, get excited because you will get some of these. But yeah, so I was really inspired by Robin's recent video where she made a Galaxy dashboard using some, I think she used vellum, but I decided to use acetate. I will leave her video linked below if you have not seen it. It's really cool. I've done this before, but I kind of, I don't know, forgot about it, I guess, until I saw her do that, and then I was like, oh yeah, I had fun doing that like last year. Why not do it again? So I have really no rhyme or reason when I do it. I'm not like plotting exactly where my colors are gonna go or for any big masterpiece. I just kind of shake all the stuff on there and then it comes out however it does, and the end. So sorry I can't give you any like pro tips there, but so I made this piece here that I'm working on is actually to use in my journal. I want to put my calendar on it for the month. So like I said, when I finally get around to doing that, you'll probably see it. Also, if you're going to dry these with a heat tool, be careful because it's plastic and it will melt. Just so you know. So here we are. It probably would have looked better on plain acetate, but I didn't have any. But I had a couple of this number acetate left over from a previous project, so I just used that. They're cut in funny shapes because they're from my scrap bin. But I think it came out pretty cool. The metallic numbers are definitely the star of the show in the end, but you know. So if you have alcohol inks, definitely give this a try. You can also kind of use the same technique if you have alcohol markers, even really cheap ones. Just use alcohol markers and some rubbing alcohol and you can do the same thing. So don't think you have to go out and buy, you know, alcohol ink specifically to do that technique. And then it came to the last day of October, and I still had not planned November, so here we go. The quality of this clip here is a little cloudy. My camera, my phone must have had a fingerprint over the camera part of it when I recorded this, so I apologize for that. It happens sometimes, but you can still see. So what I did was I pulled out a bunch of markers that I thought would match this kit. Again, I'm keeping with the kind of celestial theme. So I have a crystal clear monthly kit from Planning with Kay, and I also have my kit from last month from the Surprise Sticker Club, which is my second to last kit. I have unsubscribed, so I have one more coming, I think. But yeah, I just swatched out a bunch of the colors and then chose the two that I thought went best with the colors in the two kits I was going to use. And then, of course, because swatches are awesome, I had to stick it in my little catch-all journal there, my overflow right-hand person thing. So yeah, and then I just kind of went about planning my month. Now you will notice I'm using a different planner. The unboxing of this planner will be coming on next Wednesday. So this coming Wednesday, you will see me unbox this planner. I have a haul from Fran Nerd coming, so get excited because I'm excited, even though I got this like 2 weeks ago. I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, it, blah, 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 blah. What was I going to say? Oh, I will be having like a full updated planner video next week. So, not this coming next week, but the week after. So, don't worry if you have questions, they will hopefully be answered then. But I guess you get a sneak before then. So, there you go. One of the things I really like about this page is all this blank space, because I need a place for my monthly to-do list and my monthly big like projects that I'm going to tackle. So the projects are going to go at the top, and then my running to-do list will go at the bottom there, and it'll probably need an overflow thing, but you know. I also took a photo of my spread out of my last planner of my like plan ahead calendars, and just kind of washied it in because there's really no space to put that in this planner. Again, we'll talk all about that in a couple weeks, but I'm just filling dates in and stuff. My birthday is on the 17th. Some people have asked me about that, so there you go. You will actually get a video on that day, which is pretty cool. Hopefully I can get it done in advance so I can take my birthday off, but we'll see. So yeah, just filling in all the things. I'm filling in my Patreon posting schedule. I'm filling in my clients that I have set days for. I'm filling in my YouTube posting schedule that I know about. So, and the Take 5. So just all the things, just working on it. Just filling in some of my big projects there. Looking to see if I didn't accomplish anything last month that I was supposed to. I really need to call. There was an airbag recall on my vehicle like 4 years ago, and they finally might have the part for it, and I was supposed to call last month and I didn't, so that got migrated over. And then I'm just kind of playing catch up a little bit on my weekly spread. I haven't been too good at keeping up with that lately, but we're working on it. I'm still getting things done, so that's all that matters. And then you guys went absolutely nuts for these vintage envelopes after I showed you guys the one in the Take 5 challenge that I worked on top of, so I wanted to take a moment to restock them. So they are restocked in the shop if you were looking for those. It comes 15 to a pack for $6 and some change, I believe. So definitely head over there and check those out if you are wanting one before they're gone. I do have more, but you know, I figured I would put that PSA out there. So as you can see, a lot of my week involves planning, restocking, editing a ton of videos and filming a bunch, working on digital elements. There's just lots of moving parts. Things that you did not see in this video were me working on my finances, wrapping up stuff from last week, planning stuff for this week, ordering restock of things like paper for the printer and things like that. You also do not see my behind the scenes of, you know, all the things I plan on doing in the month, prep for that. So there's lots and lots that goes on for me when the month ends and a new month is starting. It gets a little cray. And surprise! This is a lost clip from last week's Creative Week video. And considering I didn't do any journaling this week, I thought I would pop this in here at the end for you guys. So this did happen not last Sunday, but the Sunday before. I had been absolutely obsessed that week with drawing these stars. Who am I kidding? It's been weeks, but anyway. That's kind of what this clip is, me drawing those stars. Since then I have been practicing a different way to draw stars, which I like a lot better, but I have not drawn them in a pattern like this per se. So I'm sure you will be seeing more star doodling in the future. But yeah, I'm still working on that spread there. Tell me what your current thing you're doing in your journal over and over again is, because I would love to know. I'm kind of nosy like that, so there's that. And then thank you so much to all of my patrons for their support. They make it possible for me to create free content for you guys here on YouTube, and they are helping me save up for better equipment and paying my bills. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.